Did you know you can tell if an egg is fresh with just a glass of water? This is a simple yet extremely effective tip to check egg freshness right at home. Prepare a glass of room temperature water and gently drop the egg in. If the egg stands upright or floats midway, it's old. Use it soon or avoid eating it raw. Keep checking. If the egg sinks to the bottom and lies flat, congratulations, that's a fresh egg. If the egg floats completely to the surface, as eggs age, they lose moisture and the air pocket inside expands, causing them to float. Don't hesitate, throw it away, as it's past its prime. Normally, we drop eggs straight into boiling water without any preparation. The result? Boiled eggs with shells that stick stubbornly, peeling off in chunks and leaving the egg misshapen and mangled. Don't worry, here's a tip to peel eggs easily and quickly without damaging them. Before boiling, use a pin or sharp tip to poke a small hole in the rounded end of the egg. Drop the eggs into boiling water and cook as usual. The tiny hole creates a gap between the egg white and the shell. Right after boiling, plunge the eggs into a bowl of ice water. Immediately transfer them to ice water to cool rapidly. Now peel the eggs. The shell will come off effortlessly, without sticking or tearing the white. Your eggs will look perfect, as good as new. Have you ever wanted to slice a boiled egg beautifully for that perfect Instagram shot or an elegant meal presentation? But then, oh no! The moment you cut, the yolk sticks to the blade, and the cut surface turns out rough and jagged. Don't worry, here's a simple trick to slice boiled eggs cleanly and beautifully without needing a special knife. Peeled boiled egg, placed on the counter. After boiling and peeling, wrap the egg in a layer of plastic wrap. Use a sharp knife to cut through the plastic wrap. Slice straight down the wrap will prevent the yolk from sticking to the blade. Remove the wrap to reveal a smooth, clean cut. The result? A perfectly neat slice with the yolk intact and no smearing. And let's take a look at the results together. The two methods differ by just one small step, but the results? Night and day. Besides, I have a truly surprising way to cut an egg using just a thread. Let's check it out together. The result is truly amazing, isn't it? Have you ever fried an egg only to turn your back for a few seconds and it's already scorched? The white turns tough and rubbery, the yolk stays raw, and it tastes dry and bitter. A classic kitchen disaster everyone has faced. Here's a tip to fry eggs that are soft, fluffy, and never burnt. Heat the pan and oil, over low heat, before cracking in the egg. Crack the egg into the pan. It will spread evenly. Keep the heat low so the white and yolk cook uniformly without getting chewy or burning around the edges. Cover with a lid or add a splash of water. You can cover the pan or add a tiny bit of water to gently steam it, helping the yolk set softly and stay silky. The egg cooks evenly, with a smooth surface and a slightly runny yolk. The result? Asterisk, asterisk, fluffy. Tender eggs that are never dry or tough. High heat burns the bottom, leaving the white and yolk dense and chewy. Low heat ensures even cooking, fluffiness, and smoothness. Drizzle a little soy sauce on top and enjoy. Have you ever excitedly tried poaching an egg perfectly, only to end up heartbroken? The egg falls apart in the water, the white scatters everywhere like a storm cloud, the yolk sinks out of sight, and all you're left with is a pot of cloudy, murky water. But don't worry, here's an extremely simple trick to get a perfectly poached egg. Round, gorgeous, just like in a restaurant. First, crack the egg into a fine mesh strainer. The runny part of the white that easily breaks apart in water will drain through below. Bring the water to a boil, then turn off the heat. Water that's too hot will tear the egg apart, but gently simmering water, just after turning off the heat, is the ideal environment for the egg to cook slowly without losing its shape. Gently slide the strained egg into the hot water. After about 3 minutes, the white will fully wrap around the yolk, forming a soft, tender yolk, not too runny, not too firm. When you scoop it out, you'll see the difference immediately. A beautifully round egg, with smooth, neat whites, no straggly bits, and a velvety, perfectly cooked yolk. That's incredibly appealing. Let me ask a fun little question. When cracking eggs, which scenario do most people fall into? Have you ever cracked a bit too hard, smashing the egg into a total mess unexpectedly? Or the opposite, tapping away forever, but the egg just refuses to break? Has anyone dealt with the yolk bursting, plus a few shell fragments dropping into the bowl, forcing you to fuss over picking them out one by one? And finally, how many here confidently claim to be in the perfect egg-cracking crew, clean, neat, and smooth? Share your stories so we can see which team we're on. Frying an egg omelette is a super simple dish, but for kitchen newbies, it can sometimes feel like a real challenge. Sometimes the edges burn, other times it tears or sticks to the pan, and when you're done, all you can do is sigh at the final product. Today, I'm remaking this omelette the easiest way possible, perfect for beginners who want a neat, soft, evenly golden egg. First, heat the pan over low flame and coat it with a thin layer of oil. Keeping the heat low lets the egg cook gently, preventing burning or sticking. Next, pour in a thin layer of egg, then gently tilt the pan so it spreads evenly. A thin layer cooks quickly and is less likely to tear. Once the egg is just set, lightly fold or roll it to one side. No fancy moves needed, just slow, steady hands. Want it thicker? Pour in a little more egg and keep folding. The key is still low heat, so the layers stay moist and don't scorch. The result? A soft, lightly golden omelette with even color, not absolutely perfect, but tidy and pretty enough to make any beginner feel confident in the kitchen.